Sure. Okay, I will let them in.
Okay. There we go.
Okay, you can start whenever you like.
Okay. Yeah, so good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to an adaptive seated yoga practice. My name is Bobbie. My pronouns are she, her, and I am an older woman with nut brown hair that's graying, tied back in a pigtail, and I'm wearing my bright yellow sweater today and some brown jeans. So I'm delighted that you've chosen to join me today. And so an appreciation for those of you who've been doing your yoga practice for a while. I'd like to invite you to think of your poses and your movements as old friends. So yoga, the gift that keeps on giving. And so with that in mind, as always, I'd like to invite you to begin yoga practice by finding a comfortable sitting position. Sit in a way that you feel the most at ease. So it can be challenging for our nervous system to calm down if we're uncomfortable in our bodies. As ready, roll your shoulders back and down. Relax your arms in your lap or by your side, wherever feels most comfortable. And then when you're ready, an invitation to bring your hands into your heart space. If this placement of your hands makes you lose your balance, choose another placement for your hands. So a gentle reminder that we never forfeit balance coming into a pose or movement. And then if you'd like, lift your heart to your hands, bow your head to your heart. And an invitation just to take a few moments to allow yourself to consciously enter into the present. And setting aside whatever was going on for you before the yoga class, for the duration, knowing that you can come back to that after class. If your eyes are closed, gradually blink your eyes open. And so from here, an invitation to repose. So now I'd like to invite you, if possible, come away from the back of the chair enough so that you're able to support your own spine. And I'd like you to see if you can feel that you're seated forward on your sits bones. If this doesn't work for you, if you need support today with your chair, honor that. Yoga meets us exactly where we are. So ground down through your sits bones, lengthen up through your spine, roll your shoulders up, back and down. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. Feel free to close your eyes softly here, soft gaze downwards. And I'd like you to notice the alignment of your knees, hips, ankles, shoulders over your hips, chin in parallel with the floor. So our attention moves inward. Allow your facial muscles to soften and release. Bring your awareness to your breath. Placing one hand on your belly, maybe noticing that as you inhale, belly moves out. On exhale, belly moves in. Maybe placing another hand on your heart space and noticing the pattern of movement of the breath between your abdomen and your upper torso. And then let's see if we can invite the breath to be just a little bit longer than it was when we began. And maybe change placement of your hands. Notice the length of the exhale. So when we lengthen our exhale, it engages the relaxation response, allowing us to let go of holding, stress, and tension. So I'd like to invite you, whenever possible, to bring your awareness back to this deep, easeful breath. And so make sure your feet are placed evenly on the floor, on your footrest, your sits bones are sharp on the chair, spine long, shoulders back and down, chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. And so from here, I'd like to transition into a practice I call toning. And so I love to use sound as a way to help minimize pain. And so we know that sound has a vibration. And so the sounds I'd like to tone are A, O, and M. And if you'd like, we can add arm movements to this. So as you're ready, sitting up tall, reach your arm up to the sky. Then as you lower your arm, sound the letter A. A. Other side, reaching up as high as feels comfortable for you. Letter O. O. Both arms reach up this time. Letter M. M. So let's practice one more round on each side. I'm actually going to invite you to maybe notice if one of the sounds resonates with you more than the others. So here we go. Inhale, reach up. A. Inhale. Both arms reach up this time. Letter M, lips slightly touching. M. Okay, from here, let's transition into a gentle warm up, beginning with our neck, our head. Bring your chin gently towards your chest. In your time, as you feel your neck is ready, turn a soft gaze looking up. So maybe your eyes meet where the seam and the ceiling meet the wall. So we'll continue this gentle warm up for the cervical area of our spine. As ready, finish up the movement that you're on. Still sitting up nice and tall. Take one ear towards your shoulder and then move your head back and forth. When you're ready, finish up the movement that you're on. Take a moment and then turn a soft gaze looking towards your shoulder. Only turn your head as far as feels comfortable for you. And then turn your head from side to side. So it's as if we're nodding no. When you're ready, finish up the movement that you're on, bring your head back center. And from here, I'd like to invite you to reach your arm up, place your hand on the side of your head, and then create a little resistance. And switch sides. If it's available to you, interlace your fingers, place them at the base of your skull, and then press your head gently against your hands. If you're a wheelchair user and you have a headrest, you might try pressing your head against your headrest. Or maybe you're blessed with a yoga bunny, or not a yoga bunny, a yoga buddy that can help with the movements today. And release, maybe a little wiggly fidget. And then make a soft fist, bring it up to your jaw. And again, create resistance. So we hold a lot of tension in our jaw, sometimes taking that in from one day to the next. And then switch sides. Bring your soft fist up to the middle of your forehead. Gentle pressure here can be calming for your nervous system. And release. And so I think from here we'll do a little bit of face yoga. So just get ready, open your mouth wide. And release. This time we're going to open our mouth wide again, but see if you can bring your lips over your teeth. And relax. And this time we're going to see if we can pull all our facial muscles towards our nose. So you just bit into a limit. And release. Hi, Chrissy. And so maybe just rub your nose a little bit. So from here, I'd like to invite you to repose. So we're going to make sure our feet are placed evenly on our footrests or on the floor. Sits bones are sharp on the chair, spine long, shoulders back and down. Chin in a little. And so from here, invitation to tap your fingers. So micro movements, visualizing the movement, focusing on what we can do. Maybe tapping from your pinkies to your thumbs. And then thumbs to pinkies. And maybe right to left. And then as ready, I'd like you to extend your hands, your arms. And I'd like to share a practice for our cognitive health, particularly our memory. And so adding right, left, and a sound and movement can be good for our cognitive health. And so the sounds are going to be as we press our thumbs into each fingertip. And so today it might be that you visualize. And so the sounds are going to be peace begins with me. 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 And now we'll do it in a practice in a whisper. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. And now silently. And then when you're ready, reach your arms up, extend beyond your wrists, your fingertips, and then shake your hands like you're shaking water off your hands. Good stuff. Okay, so from here, let's rotate our wrists. And maybe taking a moment to look at your hands with appreciation for all that they do. And then rotate your wrists in the opposite direction. And then imagine that you're moving your hands through water. And then as ready, push your hands away, arms as high or low as you like. And then pull your hands back. Push your hands away, pull your hands back. So we're getting that synovial fluid flowing into all the joints in our arms. We're also getting into that area on the inside and outside of our shoulder blades. So we're giving our back a little massage. Push your hands away, pull your hands back. And now let's just dive right into yoga swim. So we'll start freestyle. Yeah, and then backstroke, whoosh. And breaststroke. Side stroke. Other side. And how about we finish up with butterfly? Oof. And then take a rest and feel your work. Are you noticing how's your breath, our old friend, our breath? Notice any subtle sensations. And so moving on, let's repose. And like either ground down through your feet, center and ground through the soles of your feet. So we want to keep our connection with Mother Earth. We tend to start losing that. Or root down to your sits bones. Maybe notice where your bum and your thighs are in contact with your seat. You can do a little bum dance. Lengthen up through your spine, shoulders up, back and down. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. And so from here, I'd like to invite you to reach your arm up in line with your shoulder. If that feels too high, a little too intense, maybe explore backing off a little. Turn your palm face up. Turn your palm face down. Rotate your thumb towards the floor. So I want you to notice, does it feel better palm up or palm down? Turn your palm face up and then extend your arm away from you. Hi, Angie. Bring your arm back center. It's so lovely to see old friends. Palm face down, release. Other side, reaching up, arm in line with your shoulders, spiral your palm open, moving with grace and ease. Extend your arm away from you. Bring your arm back center, palm face down, release. So let's continue this gentle movement. However, I'd like to add, when you bring your arm out to the side, if it feels okay for your neck, turn a soft gaze looking past your middle finger. And I'd also like to explore adding a sound to the movement. And so the sound is shh. Yes. So apparently, shh can help with spasms if you're someone that experiences spasms. I know I have an non-intentional tremor. Apparently, I'm aging. It happens to all of us as we age, and it helps. So here we go. Reaching up, spiral your palm open. So it's going to be a soft gaze forward. Or if it feels okay for your neck, look past your middle finger. As you bring it, your arm onto the side, make the sound shh. Bring your arm back center, palm face down, release. Other side, reach up, spiral your palm open. Exhale, shh. Bring your arm back center, palm face down, release. Let's practice this a few more times on each side. Reach up, spiral your palm open, soft bend in your elbow, nothing rigid. Exhale, shh. Inhale, come back center, palm face down, release. One last time, reach up, moving with grace and ease. Shh. Inhale, come back center, palm face down, release. Roll your shoulders up, back and down. Maybe alternate from side to side. If you want to go maybe forward, down, and back, but mostly we're wanting to open up our lungs, our heart, a gentle heart opening, and then a little wiggly fidget. So from here, let's come into what I call finding our balance. And so balance, the best description of balance definition that I've heard to date is the equal distribution of presence throughout our entire body. So balance, the equal distribution of presence throughout our entire body. That said, if you know balance is a challenge for you, make sure you have whatever device you need to keep you stable in your chair. And then when you're ready, sitting up nice and tall, you can place your hands at your hips if you'd like, or hold the chair. We're going to inhale, lengthen our spine. And on that exhale, move your chest towards your thighs. So you might notice that sometimes when you come into a forward fold, our chin wants to jut out. So I'm going to suggest you tuck your chin in slightly and then rock back up. So in your own time and rhythm, keeping this gentle rocking movement flowing for a few more breaths. So there's something about the rocking movement that our nervous system likes. When it's ready, come on back up to neutral spine and then circle your heart forward. So sits bones stay on the chair, and your circles might be larger or smaller than mine. And then bring your awareness to the space in front of you. Bring your awareness to the space beside you. Above you, and especially an invitation to take your awareness to the space behind you. And moving away from me to we, to trust that we are being supported. And then slowly move in the opposite direction. So we're getting into our lower back and our hips here a little more. And finish up the movement that you're on. Come on back to neutral spine. Relax your arms by your side, then on your lap. And take a moment, let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. So your natural rhythm may be observing the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. And then from here, let's come into a little bit of body tapping. So starting on the outside, your hips, tap, 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 come on down as far as feels comfortable for you. And then come back up, tapping the inner thighs and legs. Tap, tap, tap. If you happen to be sensitive in certain areas, feel free to hover in those places or just massage gently. Tap, tap, tap. And now we're going to come out of it. We're going to reverse. The tapping starts from the inner thighs, moving down and then up the outside of our legs. And when you're ready, sitting up tall, extend your arm, palm face down, and then tap the top of your hand. Right up to your shoulder. Turn your palm face up, then tap down. And then let's switch sides. Tap, tap, tap. Tap down. Bring your fingertips to the back of your neck and tap. When you're ready, tap the crown of your head. You can say, wake up, brain. Wake up, brain. Take your fingertips to your sternum, tapping lightly here. It can be calming for our nervous system. If you'd like, lean back in your chair, place one hand on your belly, the other on top, and then moving in circular movements clockwise. Massage your belly. So we're massaging our organs, our liver, our stomach. Lean forward a little bit and then take your hands to your lower back or wherever you can reach comfortably and give yourself a little massage. Get some loving energy from your hands to that area. You can reach up a little higher where your kidneys and adrenal glands live. Send them some love. So really important to keep that area of our body warm. And then sitting up tall, sweep your hands forward. And we'll inhale, let, exhale, go. Inhale, let, exhale, go. Nice. Okay. So from here, maybe repose. Make sure that you're sitting up nice and tall. Feet placed evenly on the floor on your footrest. Sits bones sharp on the chair. And so from here, let's come into a side bend. So take hold of the underside of the chair. Your opposite arm, I'll give you three choices. So you can either place your hand at your hip and up on your shoulder, or as we come into the side bend, you might want to reach up and over. So you choose. This is your yoga practice. So we're sitting up tall, holding the chair, extend your opposite arm, spiral your palm open, inhale, reach up, exhale, bend. Turn a soft gaze, looking down towards the floor to release your neck. Breathe into your side body. Can you imagine breathing in below your rib cage? Come out of the pose on this side. Take a moment. Sit up tall. Hold the chair. Extend your opposite arm. Spiral your palm open. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend. And come out of the pose on this side. So let's come into this one more time on each side. Sitting up tall, hold the chair, extend your opposite arm, spiral your palm open, inhale, reach up, exhale, bend. Come out of the pose on this side, take the chair, hold the chair, extend your opposite arm, spiral your palm open, inhale, reach up, exhale, bend. And release. Shoulders up, back and down, little wee fidget. And so maybe take a moment, notice how you're feeling. So I always like to share, it's not about what we look like. The diagnostic tools, how do I feel? No judgment. Yoga meets us right where we are. So from here, I think I'd like to transition into breath of joy. So breath of joy is a lot of fun. It's inhales, 3 inhales through our nose, unless you're congested or you have an obstruction. And then the exhale is a big exhale and just happens naturally. Now I can add arm movements to this, but I want you to make sure there's nothing nearby that you can whack your hand on. You're going to be bringing your arms in front, out to the side, and in front again. So here we go. Breath of joy. Inhale, 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 and drop. 2 more rounds. Breath of joy. Inhale, inhale, inhale. 1 more time. Inhale, 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 and there we go. All right, so we're gonna get set up for an adapted sun salutation. So sun salutations are fun, they're heating and strengthening. If there's any part of the sun salutation that physically is challenging for you, if you'd like to visualize the movement, know that visualization is powerful. That said, also, if you happen to have a yoga buddy, they can help guide the movements. And so here we are. Let's come into mountain pose seated. Feet placed evenly on the floor, sits bones sharp on the chair. Spiral your palms open. Then bring your hands to your heart space. Bow your head to your heart. So bowing your head to our heart gives a little nerve flossing for our neck. When you're ready, reach your arms up as high as feels comfortable for you. So gentle back arch. Lift from above your shoulder blades, lift your heart. And then come into forward fold. So you could hold the chair if you'd like. Move your chest towards your thighs. Chin in. And pushing down through your heels, one hand on each of your thigh. Come on back up to a neutral spine. From here, we'll come into a lunge. Step your leg under the front of the chair, toes tucked under. So again, if you like, you could visualize the movement. And so hand at your hip in goal pose or reaching up along your ear. Float your arm down, step your leg forward. Downward facing dog, so forearms on your lap, lengthen your spine, chin in. Baby cobra, place your hands on your thighs, lift your heart, lift up through the crown of your head. Downward facing dog, forearms on your lap, lengthen your spine, chin in. Pushing down through your heels, one hand on each of your thigh, come back up to neutral spine. Step your opposite leg under the front of the chair. Add your arm. Float your arm down, step your leg forward. This time I'll give you a choice, maybe arms on a diagonal, hands reaching towards where the ceiling meets the wall. Baby cobra, lower your head, lift up through the crown of the head. Downward facing dog with our arms on a diagonal. Come back up to neutral spine, arms by your sides, spiral your palms open, reach up, gentle back arch. Then maybe your hands come together in prayer down through to the heart. So let's practice one more round. Arms by your sides, spiral your palms open. Bring your hands to your heart space, bow your head to your heart. Reach your arms up, gentle back arch. Hinging from the hips, you could take hold of the underside of the chair. Flat back, come on forward. Push down through your heels, one hand on each of your thigh. Come back up to a neutral spine. Let's come into a lunge, visualizing the movement, or if possible, step your leg under the front of the chair. Add your arm. So it can be hand on your hip, in goal pose, or reaching up along your ear. Float your arm down, step your leg forward, arms on a diagonal. Baby cobra, lower your head, lift up through the crown of your head. Downward facing dog. Come back up to neutral spine. Step your opposite leg under the front of the chair. Hand at your hip in goal pose or reaching up along your ear. Float your arm down, step your leg forward, hinging at the hips. Come forward a little, reach your arms up to the sky. Gentle back arch. And maybe your hands come together in prayer down through to the heart. Whew. Place one hand on your belly, the other on your heart space. And maybe notice the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. And a little wiggly fidget. So from here, I think I'd like to come into a seated twist. And so there's a couple versions of this. I think today I'd like to explore coming into a seated twist to start with our hands together, palms together at your heart space. Sitting up tall, inhale, lengthen your spine. And then when you're ready, bring your elbow point down to your thigh. Lift your opposite elbow up towards the sky. If it feels okay for your neck, turn a soft gaze looking up. As ready, come on back to neutral spine. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, elbow point comes to your thigh. If your elbow doesn't reach your thigh, if you have a block or something you can put on your thigh to rest your elbow on, you reach your opposite elbow up towards the ceiling. Turn a soft gaze up if that feels okay for your neck. And slowly come out of the twist. on this side. So I'd like to teach another version of the twist. So we're sitting up tall. Inhale, lengthen your spine. On your exhale, reach your hand across to your opposite near thigh. Your other hand comes beside you on the chair or behind you. So it's wherever you can reach comfortably. So you can see we're already into the twist at this point, but I want to see if maybe we can go a little bit deeper. So inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, coming into your twist. Shoulders come into it a little bit more, maybe head turns less. Eyes are closed softly, focused inward or soft gaze downwards. As ready, unwind, come on back center. Take a moment. And then inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, come into your twist on the other side. Slowly unwind. And so let's come into this one more time on each side. So inhale. So we lengthen our spine on the exhale into your twist. Hand comes to the outside of your near thigh. Other hand comes beside you or behind you on the chair. Eyes closed softly, focused inward or soft gaze downwards. Slowly unwind, come back center. Take a moment. And then let's come into this one last time on the other side. So come into your twist. Slowly unwind, come back center. And now we're going to rock and roll. So reach your arms up to the sky and then twist. So moving in and out of the twist, flowing. And finish up the movement that you're on. Come on back to a neutral spine. Nice. Okay, so the side bends and twists are pretty intense spinal movements, so we need to realign our spine. And we can do that with a seated forward fold. And so I'd like you to take hold of the underside of the chair, lengthen your spine, and then move your chest towards your thighs. Walk your feet forward a little bit if you need to, and then tuck your chin in slightly, and breathe into your lower back. Or you might imagine that your lungs are in your lower back. And so come on out of the pose slowly. Push down through your heels, one hand on each of your thigh. Come back up. Nice. Oh. So from here, I think I'd like to share eagle pose. And so we're sitting up tall. Bend your elbows, palms face each other, and then reach across to your elbow point. Draw your arm into the midline. Let that same shoulder soften away from your ear. And then maybe on an inhale, reach up a little higher. And then imagine the intensity of the little eagle eye. And release. So let's practice this on the other side. Elbows are bent, palms face each other, cup your elbow point. Draw your arm into the midline. Let that same shoulder soften away from your ear. Maybe reach up a little higher. Eagle pose. And release. And a little shake. So as ready, extend your arms out. So you're broad through the collarbones, extend beyond your wrists, your fingertips. And then when you're ready, cross one arm over the other. Take a hold of your shoulders, drop your chin towards your chest. And this is an I love me bear hug. Bear hug number 1. Remember which arm is on top. Extend your arms out to the side. Bear hug number 2. This time cross the opposite arm. Take hold of your shoulders or wherever you can reach comfortably. Drop your chin towards your chest. I love me. Bear hug number 2. And then when you're ready, come on, seated comfortably back in the chair. And so I think today I'll share a yogic breathing technique with you, as well as a short guided meditation and your final relaxation. So make sure you have what you need to set yourself up comfortably. If you have a rolled yoga mat, sometimes that can feel lovely along the spine. A little bit of support. I always like to have a blanket nearby. Today I have my support chicken. Fred, one of my students made this lovely chicken for me. Anyway, so a little bit of weight on the thighs can encourage a grounding sensation. And so I'd like to explore 1-to-1 ratios. So that's when our inhales and our exhales are the same duration and quality. So I will be cueing you 3, or actually I'm going to go with 4. 4 in the inhale, 4 in the exhale today. And so as you're ready, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I just want to check in with those of you who have your visual on. Is that breathing technique okay for you? Is 4 too many, too much? Or does 4 work? Maybe thumbs up. I think I see a thumbs up. Okay, thanks, Chris. Yeah, okay. I see 3 thumbs up now. Okay, so we'll continue with the 4. So this is an awesome way to hack our nervous system, to calm our nervous system. And so here we go. We'll do a few more. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. Maybe observing the rise and fall of your chest and belly. You might even notice if you felt a subtle shift in your energy. And so from here, I'll transition into a short guided meditation before we move into your final relaxation. So find a comfortable sitting position. Even if you have the ability to recline, go for it. And so we're reclined comfortably or seated comfortably, but we're still alert. Place your palms face down on your lap. Draw your hands in towards your hips. Look down and into your heart. See what you can see. And then breathe into your heart. And so breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out. As my in-breath grows deep, my out breath grows slow. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I release. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. So we'll sit for a moment or two in silence before we move into the final relaxation. Welcome into whatever comfortable position you'd like for your final relaxation. Roll your shoulders back and down. So not meant to be a big scrunch up towards our ears, essentially just inviting our shoulders to soften away from our ears. Relax your arms, palms up or palms down as desired. Eyes are closed softly, focused inward or soft gaze downwards. So soft palms, soft yoga belly, the area between our navel and our pubic bone. Quiet breath. Allow the breath to breathe itself. Relax your jaw. Unclench your teeth. Let there be a little space between your teeth. Soften your lower jaw. Soften around your temples. Soften the area between your eyebrows. Wide forehead. Silently, if you'd like, on inhale, saying let. On exhale, go. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. If it's challenging to quiet the mind, placing your hands on our belly and bringing our awareness to our breath can be helpful. Without changing anything, bring your awareness back to your breath. Thank your body. Thank your body again. I think it was Matthew Sanford who coined the phrase, our bodies are the best home our mind will ever have. And now see if you can begin to deepen your inhale, lengthen your exhale. If your eyes are closed, gradually blink your eyes open. And then I'd like you to take a look around the space that you're in. Name 3 objects that you see to bring us back. Make those neural connections. So thank you, everyone. Notice how you feel before and after yoga class. Questions or feedback, love to hear from you. Thank you, Kausar, for being an amazing tech host. And Connectra for providing this opportunity for us to come together and practice yoga. And so the teacher in me honors and appreciates the teacher in each of you. Thank you. And so I'm going to come into my iPhone a little closer so I can see you a little better. Hey, Chrissy, so great.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.